You're walking home, normal evening. Suddenly you hear growling behind you. You turn around. A stray dog. Eyes locked on you. Teeth bared. Hackles raised. It's 15 feet away. And it's getting closer. Your heart stops. Your mouth goes dry. Every muscle in your body tenses. This dog weighs 60 pounds of pure muscle. Its teeth can crush bone, tear through flesh. And right now, it sees you as either prey or a threat. You have maybe 10 seconds before it decides to attack. What do you do? Because I'm about to tell you something that'll shock you. Everything you think you know about surviving a dog attack is probably wrong, and those wrong instincts will get you killed. Last year in Texas, a jogger encountered an aggressive stray. She did what felt natural, what her instincts told her to do. 3 minutes later, she was on the ground. The dog's jaws clamped around her throat. She bled out before the ambulance arrived. She was 26 years old. Want to know what killed her? Not the dog. Her own panic. Her own choices. She made 3 critical mistakes in the first 5 seconds, and each mistake sealed her fate. Here's the question. When that dog's eyes lock onto yours, when you hear that low growl, when you see those teeth, will you know what to do? Or will you become another statistic? Stay with me, because I'm going to show you exactly how people die in dog attacks. 3 different ways. 3 fatal mistakes. Then I'll show you the one strategy that actually works. The one that saves lives. But here's the catch. It goes against every instinct in your body. And most people can't do it. Can you? The dog is 15 feet away, growling. Every instinct in your body screams one word. Run. Get away. Create distance. Your legs tense. You turn. You sprint. Congratulations. You just activated its prey drive. You're dead. Here's what you don't understand about dogs. They're redditors. Hunters and redditors have instincts hardwired over thousands of years. When something runs, they chase. They can't help it. It's not a choice. It's biology. That dog is staring at you, calculating, deciding if you're a threat or prey. The second you turn and run, you answer that question. You're prey, and prey gets hunted. You take off running. You think you're fast. You're not. The average person runs about 15 miles per hour. That dog 35 miles per hour. You have a 3-second head start before it closes the distance. 3 seconds before those jaws are on you. But it gets worse. When you run, your back is exposed. Your neck, your legs, all the vulnerable spots. The dog doesn't go for a fair fight. It goes for the easiest target. The back of your legs, your calves, tendons, ligaments. One bite, and you're on the ground. You're running. You hear it behind you, getting closer. Paws hitting pavement, heavy breathing. You don't dare look back. Then you feel it, teeth sinking into your calf. The pain is instant, explosive. Your leg gives out. You crash to the ground. Now you're down. This is when it gets really bad. When you're on the ground, you're helpless. The dog doesn't just bite once and leave. It attacks again and again. Your arms, your face, your neck. You try to cover yourself, but there's no defense. 60 pounds of aggression on top of you. Jaws powerful enough to break your bones. Here's what happens in your body during a dog mauling. The initial bite triggers shock. Your blood pressure drops. You start losing blood fast. The dog's teeth aren't clean. Bacteria floods into your wounds. Deep puncture wounds that will get infected even if you survive. But most people don't survive the throat bite. The dog goes for your neck. Not because it's trained. Because that's where prey dies fastest. One good grip on your throat and it's over. Crushing your windpipe. Tearing your carotid artery. You've got maybe 90 seconds of consciousness left. Less if the artery is severed. You're on the ground, bleeding. The dog is still attacking. You try to fight back, but you're getting weaker. Your vision starts to blur. The pain is everywhere. You can't breathe properly. You're choking on your own blood. Even if someone scares the dog away right now, you're in critical condition. Deep lacerations across your body. Possible nerve damage. Muscle tissue torn. Bones broken. You need emergency surgery. Multiple surgeries. Months of recovery. Permanent scarring. And that's if you make it to the hospital in time. Last year, 46 people died from dog attacks in the US. Most of them ran first. The statistics are brutal. When you run from an aggressive dog, your survival rate drops to less than 30%. And if you go down, it drops even further. That jogger in Texas, she ran. The dog caught her in 4 seconds. She survived the initial attack, but the throat wound was too severe. She died before help arrived, or because she ran. So running kills you. What else could you try? The dog is growling, getting closer. You don't run. Good. But you need to defend yourself, right? You see a rock on the ground, a stick nearby. You reach down, grab it. You're going to fight back. Show this dog you're not easy prey. Wrong. You just made yourself an active threat. And now this dog isn't just defending territory, it's fighting for survival. Here's what you need to understand. When you pick up a weapon, when you take an aggressive stance, you escalate the situation. That dog was calculating, deciding. Now you've made the decision for it. You're a threat, and threats must be eliminated. You swing the stick. Maybe you hit the dog. Maybe you miss. Doesn't matter. You've engaged in combat, and you just brought a stick to a teeth fight. The dog lunges. You swing again. This time you connect. The stick hits its side. The dog yelps. But here's what happens next. Pain triggers rage. You didn't scare it away. You made it angry. And angry dogs don't retreat. They attack harder now. It's not warning you anymore. Not trying to scare you off. It's trying to hurt you. To neutralize the threat, it comes at you faster, more aggressive. You swing the stick again, but the dog is too fast. It ducks under your swing, clamps its jaws onto your wrist. The stick drops. Those jaws are designed to crush. Bite force of over 300 pounds per square inch. Your wrist bones crack. You scream. Try to pull away. The dog shakes its head violently. Dogs don't just bite and hold. They thrash, tearing tissue, ripping muscle. Your hand goes numb. You try to hit the dog with your other hand. Punch its head, its body. But you're using your non-dominant hand. Your punches are weak. The dog barely notices. It releases your wrist and lunges for your throat. You throw your arm up to block. The dog bites down on your forearm instead. Now you're in a grappling match with an animal built for fighting. Your arm is locked in its jaws. You can't get free. You're losing blood. Your broken wrist is useless. The dog is pulling you down. You lose balance. You fall. And we're back to the same place. You on the ground. The dog on top of you, attacking anything it can reach. Your face, your neck, your chest. You're trying to push it away, but you have no strength left. One arm is destroyed. The other is barely functional. Here's the brutal truth about fighting a dog. Unless you're trained, unless you know exactly where to strike and how, unless you have a real weapon, not a stick, you're going to lose. Dogs have been fighting for survival for thousands of years. You've been sitting in an office. This isn't a fair fight. It never was. Even if you somehow win, even if you hurt the dog enough that it runs away, you're severely injured. Multiple bite wounds, broken bones, possible tendon damage, nerve damage. Your hand might never work properly again, and you need immediate medical attention or those wounds will get infected. Dog bites carry serious bacteria. Without treatment, infection can kill you within days. Fighting back feels right, feels brave, but it's suicide, unless you have no other choice. Unless the dog is already attacked and you're defending your throat. Fighting is how you die, so you can't run, you can't fight. What's left? What do you do when death is 15 feet away and closing? Most people freeze here. They give up. They think there's no answer. But there is, and it's so counterintuitive, so against your nature, that most people can't force themselves to do it. Here's the truth. Dogs don't want to fight. They want to survive. Every confrontation has a cost. Even if they win, they might get injured. And injured animals die in the wild. So dogs prefer to avoid fights when possible. They'd rather scare you away than actually attack. That dog staring at you. It's hoping you'll leave. Hoping you'll back down. It's giving you a chance. But you have to speak its language. You have to show submission without showing weakness. Respect without fear. Here's what you do. The dog is 15 feet away, growling. Don't look directly at its eyes. Direct eye contact is a challenge. A threat instead. Look at its chest. Its body. Somewhere near it but not at it. Stay still. Completely still. Don't move toward it. Don't move away. Don't reach for anything. Just stand there. Hands at your sides loose. Non-threatening. Now, here's the hard part. Turn your body slightly to the side. Not your back. Just angle yourself. Make yourself smaller, less threatening. Show the dog you're not interested in confrontation. The dog is still growling, still tense. It takes a step closer. Every fiber of your being wants to run, wants to do something. Don't. Stay still. Stay calm. Keep breathing slowly. Dogs can sense fear. They can hear your heartbeat speed up. Smell the adrenaline. You need to stay as calm as possible. Speak to it. Not aggressively. Not in a high-pitched, scared voice. Low, calm/firm. Say anything. It's okay. I'm leaving. Good dog. The words don't matter. The tone does. You're communicating that you're not a threat, that there's no need to fight. The dog stops advancing. It's still watching you. Still tense. But it hasn't attacked. Good. Now comes the critical part. You need to leave. But you can't turn your back. Can't run. Take one small step backward. Sideways. Slow. Controlled. Keep your eyes on the dog's chest, not its eyes. Another step. The dog doesn't follow. It's watching but not pursuing. Keep moving. Slow steps. Creating distance. Don't turn your back until you're at least 30 feet away. Even then, keep glancing back. Make sure it's not following. You've created enough distance. The dog is still there. Still watching, but it's not following. You're out of its territory. Out of its threat range. You survived. Don't make bites. No wounds, no trauma. You walked away from a potential mauling completely unharmed. Because you did what your instincts fought against. You stayed calm, showed respect, avoided confrontation. This method works. Studies show that when people remain calm and non-threatening during dog encounters, the success rate for avoiding attacks is over 90%. 90%. Compare that to running, which has a 30% survival rate, or fighting, which is even worse. But here's the thing. This only works if you do it right. If you panic, if you make sudden movements, if you stare the dog down, you break the spell. The dog sees through your act, and it attacks. You need to practice this mentally. Visualize it. Because when it happens for real, when adrenaline is flooding your system, when your hands are shaking and your heart is racing, you won't think clearly. You need muscle memory, mental preparation. But what if the dog attacks anyway? What if you do everything right and it still lunges? Then you have no choice. You fight, but you fight smart. Protect your throat. That's priority 1. Tuck your chin. Raise your arms to guard your neck. If the dog bites your arm, let it. Better your arm than your throat. Don't try to pull away from the bite. That causes more tearing. Instead, push into the dog's mouth. Counterintuitive, but it weakens the grip. That makes it harder for the dog to maintain the bite. If possible, wrap your arm around its neck. Control its head. A dog can't bite what it can't reach. If you can get behind it, around it, you have a chance. Go for its eyes, its nose. These are sensitive areas. A solid strike might make it release, but don't just flail. Precise strikes, or grab anything you can. Keys, a pen, anything sharp. Drive it into the dog's eyes or nose. Scream, yell for help. Make noise. Sometimes this scares the dog. Sometimes it brings help. Either way, don't suffer in silence. If you go down, curl into a ball. Protect your neck, your face, your stomach. Cover your ears with your hands, knees to chest. The dog will bite at your back, your legs, but these aren't fatal. Your throat is fatal. Protect it at all costs. Stay down until the dog leaves or until help arrives. Don't try to get up and run. That just triggers another attack. But this is worst case scenario. This is when everything else has failed. Your first priority is always de-escalation. Avoidance.com submission. Let me give you some prevention advice. When you're walking in areas with stray dogs, stay alert. Head up, eyes scanning. Don't be on your phone. Don't wear headphones. You need to see threats before they're close. If you see a dog ahead, don't approach it. Cross the street, change your path. Give it space. Most dog attacks happen because people invade the dog's territory without realizing it. Never approach a dog that's eating, that's sleeping, that's with puppies. These are high-stress situations for dogs. They're more likely to be defensive, aggressive. If you're jogging or biking and a dog chases you, stop moving. Get off the bike. Stand still. Most dogs will stop when you stop. They're chasing the movement, not you specifically. Carry deterrents. Pepper spray designed for dogs. A small air horn. These can stop an attack before it starts, but they only work if you can access them quickly. Practice pulling them out, aiming, using them. Learn to read dog body language. Raised hackles, bared teeth, stiff posture. These are warning signs. If you see these, you're already too close. Start your de-escalation immediately. Here's the most important thing. Most dog attacks are preventable. Most aggressive dogs give warnings. They bark, they growl, they posture. They're telling you to back off. Listen to them. Respect their space. And you'll never have to test your survival skills. But if you ignore those warnings, if you escalate, if you panic and run, then you're in danger. Real danger. Life or death danger. You've spent 10 minutes learning how to survive. You know what kills people. Running, fighting, panic. And you know what saves them. Calm submission, respect. But knowing isn't enough. Will you remember this when it matters? When your heart is pounding and your legs want to run. When every instinct screams at you to fight back. Practice this. Mentally rehearse it. Imagine the scenario. Walk through the steps. Because one day you might turn a corner and find yourself face to face with an aggressive dog. And in that moment, your preparation will determine if you live or die. That jogger in Texas didn't know these things. She ran, she died. Don't be her. Be the person who walks away. The survivor. The one who stayed calm when everyone else would panic. This is deadly scenario, where knowing the difference between life and death might save your life. Share this with someone who jogs, who walks alone, who might need this information someday. And subscribe, because next week we're covering another situation where one wrong choice means death. Stay alert out there. Stay alive.